Mario again, and that last time we spoke, we had just put together our branding, okay, with our song. Okay, and what we'd done is we looked for a place where there was something very distinct that happened, and he said the word Queen. So we were able to cut the word Queen off of this one, and then cut off everything before Queen on this one. Okay, and remember, this was the result.
Motivation, my one solution is my queen, 'cause she stays strong. Yeah.
Okay, now you'll probably notice that once we get here, the music gets a little bit lower, and that's because these two waveforms aren't equal, and that's okay. We'll fix it in just a few minutes, but it's really not the most important thing we have going right now. Right now we have to add Max Vox's voice back to this clip. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take, don't want to do that now. I'm going to take these two clips, I'm going to move them down one. I'm going to move Max Vox's voice up. Now this is muted. Okay, but before we leave it there, I want you to hear something. Okay, in our example, you had a gentleman who said a few things, and you had some young ladies who were saying how much they enjoyed the song.
I just really like the vibe of this song. It makes me want to dance.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
This is my new music.
When I need more.
Okay, so now those places where the gentleman spoke, they are blank, and those are for us to use to put in our own voice saying our station. Okay, now we have to figure out which portion of this we want to use, and we have a few different ones here.
AFN the Eagle. AFN the Eagle, serving America's best. AFN the Eagle, serving America's best. On AFN the Eagle. 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 Serving America's best. Serving America's best.
Okay, so we have a few options there to use. We're going to chop those up and put them, and depending on which one of the brandings you're using, you'll have a different spot to put these types of elements in. Sometimes you'll have a longer space, sometimes it'll be a shorter space. So sometimes you'll get to use, AFN the Eagle, serving America's best. Others, just the Eagle will have to do. Okay, so let's see how much space we have and what we can use here.
I just really like the vibe of this song. It makes me want to dance.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
This is my new music.
Okay, so this is one where we're not going to have a whole lot of room to work with. Not a whole lot we can do with it, but I think we can probably put down an AFN the Eagle on it.
AFN the Eagle.
Okay, I like that one, so we're going to try that one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it so I can clip this one out of here.
AFN the Eagle.
Okay, so we're going to split it and clip that one out of there. And now I'm going to, you can copy it, you can move it, whichever way. Remember, this is non-destructive, so even if I move this down to here, I can still drag it back out, and there it is, just like it never left. So you have a few options when it comes to which way you want to go with that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to slide this down here, and we're going to further chop it up to separate AFN from the Eagle. There we go. So now we're going to just have the AFN. Okay, we're going to mute. We're going to single this one out here. Okay, so
AFN the Eagle.
So let's see how this one works on our clip. Remember, we have a little bit of space here. Okay, we're going to unmute that now. We have a little bit of space here.
Like the vibe of this song. It makes me want to dance.
Right there. Okay, just after she says dance.
It makes me want to dance. I just really like the vibe of this song. It makes me want to dance.
AFN.
Oh, I think that I found myself.
Okay, so that one works. Just after she says dance, Max says AFN the Eagle. And then we had another one down here.
Sick.
Okay. There we go.
Eagle.
This is my new music.
Oh, that one there is just a little too tight. We want to get it right here where the music actually goes down and kind of allows for it so that we don't have that audio overlapping. So we're going to start it there instead.
This is my new music.
The Eagle.
Okay, so now let's take a listen at the whole thing with the AFN and the eagle on it.
I just really like the vibe of this song. It makes me want to dance.
AFN.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
This is my new music.
The Eagle.
When I need motivation, my one solution.
Okay, so there you go. We just made, just that quickly and just that easily, we just made ourselves a branding. Now, here's where you want to make sure all of your audio is good to go. Remember, this portion is a little louder than what we hacked together, okay, the waveforms, so they don't match. We want to make those match. Also, Max was a little low on the AFN, the Eagle portion. So let's go through and now let's look at the wave, not the waveform, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and let's take a look here at our levels.
I just really like the vibe of this song. It makes me want to dance.
AFN.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
This is my new music.
The Eagle.
When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen, cause she stays strong. Yeah, yeah.
So you see right there, we get here and that drops down. Everything's about right, and then we get here and that drops down. So it's Adobe Audition. You have a few different ways to handle that. You can double click the form and you can kind of eyeball it like that. Okay, and I believe that gets us a little closer. It certainly does, but really no cigar.
My one solution is my queen, cause she stays strong. Yeah, yeah.
So it didn't drop off as bad, but maybe we add just a little bit more to it. Just a tad more decibel action to it. And now let's see if we do just a little bit better.
I just really like the vibe of this song. It makes me want to dance.
AFN.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
This is my new music.
The Eagle.
When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen, cause she stays strong. Yeah, yeah. She is always in my corner, right there when I wanna.
There we go. I think we've gotten where we want to go there. I think we're okay. Okay, but what about Max? Is he loud enough? Let's see.
Makes me want to dance.
AFN.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
This is my new music.
The Eagle.
Okay, so looks like Max is doing all right. We'll raise him up just a little bit, just a touch there. Oh, not so much, just a touch. There we go. See if.
Dance.
AFN.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
This is my new music.
The Eagle.
When I need motivation.
Okay, so there you have it. We just put together our very own power intro.
I just really like the vibe of this song. It makes me want to dance.
AFN.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
This is my new music.
The Eagle.
When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen, cause she stays strong. Yeah, yeah. She is always in my corner.
Now, you could further tweak the audio and get it exactly like you want. That's always an option. Okay. Now, before we mix this down, we want to take this part out. We don't want that there. Okay, don't need it for anything. Okay, so we're going to take that out. And now we're going to capture all the clips that we have. We can right click. So we're going to go down to where it says bounce to new track. You're going to go to selected clips only. Once it does that, and it's going to bounce the entire thing to a new track for you. And there you go. You can see the whole thing now. And then you can bring it into this window and you can tighten it up if you want to. You can tighten up the audio. This is a great place to go in and make sure that everything is as it should be with your clip before you export it. Okay, so you can always go through and of course there's more tweaking that can be done to the audio. Highly encourage that. But once you're done, it's tweaked, you're ready to let it out into the wild, we need to name it. And what we're going to do is we're going to call it LHA. See right here, that's the one that's in the computer for you now, probably in your audio vault is HA. We're going to call it LHA to denote that it is a liner. So we're going to turn it to an MP3. Okay, and we're going to call this MP3 LHA 2015 16-05. Okay, and now when we save this, we're going to browse, and we're going to go back to our finished brandings folder. Okay, we're going to save it. Hit OK, and it's going to export it for us, and voila. And so there you have it. Now you have your very own power intro to start an hour off, or to come out of a spot set, or to come out of your news. You can start off, the next segment of your music with one of these.
I just really like the vibe of this song. It makes me want to dance.
AFM.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
This is my new music.
All right, there you go. Hey, thanks for listening, and I hope that you have fun putting these together, and that I hope they make your station and your shows sound better.